The Laṅkāvatāra Sūtra, Chapter 2, Part 7. Mahāmati, to account for how something that doesn't exist comes to exist due to the presence of causation, and how it persists in time in connection with the skandhas, the dhatus, and the ayatanas, some monks and priests say, once it arises, it ceases. Mahāmati, whether it is in regard to a continuity, a function, a birth, an existence, nirvana, a path, karma, attainment, or truth, they argue that it is destroyed and ceases to exist. And why is this so? Because it cannot be found in the present, nor can its beginning be discerned. Mahāmati, just as a shattered jug no longer functions as a jug, or a burnt seed no longer functions as a seed. Likewise, Mahāmati, if the skandhas, dhatus, and ayatanas exist, then cease to exist in the present or the future, this is due to the projection or view of one's own mind, not to a cause. This is why they don't continue to arise. Mahāmati, if someone says the existence of consciousness from its non-existence is due to the threefold conjunction of conditions, then hair could grow on a tortoise, or cooking oil could be produced from sand. Such a thesis falls apart because it is contrary to established truth. And statements about the existence, then non-existence of something, contain this defect. They render whatever we might do as empty and meaningless. Mahāmati, when followers of other paths claim something arises because of the threefold conjunction of conditions, they are referring to the operation of cause and effect, and to whether their individual characteristics exist, then do not exist, in the past, the present, or the future. But such claims are essentially the result of logic or speculation, or views based on one's habit energy from the past. Thus, Mahāmati, despite being infected by mistaken conceptions and misled by distorted beliefs, and despite their lack of knowledge, fools claim to be wise. But there are other monks and priests, Mahāmati, who see things as devoid of self-existence, as clouds in the sky or wheels of fire, or cities of Gandharvas, and as not arising, as illusions or mirages or dreams or moonlight on the water, and, regardless of whether they appear to be inside or outside the mind, as projections from the beginningless past, and as not existing apart from one's own mind. And as when the causes of such projections cease, and the repository consciousness becomes free from projections of a body, its possessions and the world around it, and from what speaks and what is spoken, and from what sees and what is seen, they accordingly see what grasps and what is grasped, as no longer interacting in the realm of consciousness, and whatever the mind gives rise to, as existing in a projection-free realm, devoid of origination, duration, and cessation. Mahāmati, such bodhisattvas soon realize the identity of samsara and nirvana. With effortless compassion and skillful means, Mahāmati, they view the realms of all beings as illusions and not subject to causation. Transcending internal and external realms, and seeing nothing outside the mind, they accordingly proceed from one stage to the next in samadhis that are free from appearances. And upon examining the three realms and finding them illusory, they attain the samadhi of the illusory. And once the perceptions of their own minds are free of projections, they are able to dwell in the perfection of wisdom, and to let go of their life and their practice, and to enter the diamond samadhi that accompanies a Tathagata's body, and that accompanies the transformation of suchness. Thus endowed with higher powers and masteries, as well as compassion and skillful means, they enter the sanctuaries of other paths in every Buddha land. And transcending the mind, the will, and conceptual consciousness, these bodhisattvas gradually transform their body into the body of a Tathagata. Therefore, Mahāmati, those who seek the body that accompanies a Tathagata should avoid the fabricated projections of origination, duration, or cessation regarding the skandhas, dhatus, ayatanas, consciousness, causation, or forms of practice.